Hello everyone, this is Andre Kent Jr. Shout out to my championships. There's my high school diploma, Aiden Griffin High School. There go my top championships all at the top. Hold on one second. All my championships and stuff, and how much there were, values, sponsorships and stuff. I did this hoodie probably last year, maybe. But I wanted y'all to see where the biography really started coming from. So while I was up here, the scouts, they thought the scouts ran everything, which is all well and great, but I wrote the Road to Eagle Scout from level 4 or level 6 up. I think it was like I wrote it at level 6 because my championships allowed me to move to level 4 where everybody was getting their bachelor's degrees in 2017, 2018, where I was getting my degree too, but it would allow my championships to either pass me or hold that spot at the bachelor's degree level, and then my early college would have held that second spot. So I wrote the Road to Eagle as if I had a master's degree or a doctorate, which would have gotten me another doctorate degree, the Road to Eagle. It was on Interviews by AJ. And so it was more civic service and servitude that I was after when I was writing the biography. This is Mrs. Moneybag to me. This is Mrs. Moneybag. This is La Chateau de la Roche in Alpine, New Jersey. This is what I wanted for the biography. The biography was supposed to be pristine, clean. It was supposed to be at least 100 years older than I am. It's supposed to look like a museum that is comfortable in the inside. It's supposed to be warm, inviting. It's supposed to be a place where you can tell memories, tell stories, laugh, reminisce, have moments. It's supposed to be a place where administrators can gather and discuss things. It's supposed to be a place where administrators that were around when I was a baby can discuss us as children, what we were doing as children, how we were as children. And I did all that so it could sit in the biography, which I call the house itself, the Homage Network, the biography, where it'll house jewelry, it will house history, it will house staterooms, it'll house staterooms for champions and advisors and coaches of in the inside. Because I didn't want to, I wanted the state to be able to discuss ourselves as children and who we were as children back then. While I was in school, I was treating myself, when I was here, I was treating myself as if I was in university like MIT, Yale, Harvard. By the time I got the doctorate degree, I was already in Holt International, MIT, Harvard, Yale, Duke, Wake Tech, ECU. I was kind of in a mixture of those places trying to figure out where I want my degree to come from. And this is one of the first projects I wrote because when the scouts were up here, they were like, the scouts aren't worth anything, they're just volunteers. The scouts are volunteers. But I was like, aren't the Global Peace Corps volunteers? The Peace Corps get paid. Why the scouts can't get paid? Y'all using them like free labor. So I had to figure out how much I was worth. That way they couldn't just charge me for anything, couldn't just say anything, couldn't just demand or request, make requests of anything. So I put the scouts in here and I put level 1. Level 1 is the Homage Network level 1, where I took all my Aiden Griffin High School alumni, all my alumni from Pitt County schools in 2013, 2014, 2015, the graduating classes, and East Carolina University. I took the graduating class of 2017, and I decided to attempt to buy everybody one Jeep Renegade, one luxury tiny house that's about anywhere from 400 to about 1,200 square feet on its own parcel, utilities paid, insurance paid on the vehicle and the home. All the insurance is paid, and the only thing that you would get is the keys. And a gift basket every quarter. That's in here. I cleaned up Navy Federal Credit Union and told them as members and employees what some of them could purchase off of their dividends and stuff. A lot of that is civic service. I treat the biography more like a family communal book. That's why it's not a autobiography. I treat it more like uh, a family venture, with level one. And then level three is a simple reason to eat cake, where we want to build a celebration conference of approximately 9,000 attendees available. And for 5 days and nights, we want to present businesses, present wealth, present health, have different vendors and presenters, and eat cake, have fun, have a great time, and be fun and happy. In here, it's not going to be a lot because the house was the largest portion of it. And I also put my 1,350,000,000 inside for invoice HH. I also partially put that inside here, so I'm getting my earned interest of 1.41% APY, which would be 100%, 141%, but I bring 400% approximately to most tables. And I started putting our company stuff in here. Our general membership from back then is in there. How much I think everybody's worth. And then also on the biography, because it is more for elders and it's more for presentation and aesthetics appeal, I have built a Major League Baseball stadium that's mirrored off of the baseball stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina that they wanted to build. So I built one, and it's got its own diorama, dollhouse, and it'll build almost the perfect stadium, about 10,000 seats, $375 a ticket, which would force other Major League Baseball owners to adjust to what I built, just because we needed the presentation to look a lot better than it did. I expect the home to be cared for, taken care of, and I call the home itself Mrs. Moneybag. Okay, along with Mrs. Moneybag, like I just released, we have our version of a privy purse. And my privy purse, to an extent, I know other people have their reasons for one. Mine is for champions. And with this privy purse in particular that I'm creating, it's going to be for champions and FBLA, Future Business Leaders of America, Phi Beta Lambda, Health Occupation Students of America, Teen Court, National Honor Society, National Junior Honor Society, Key Club International, Future Farmers of America, FCCLA, NCCER, people that do championships educationally, and then eventually we might extend out to sports. But I just want to I wanted to be clear about what my intentions were with the biography. The biography, it was meant to delve into many facets of history. It was supposed to delve into many facets of civics and economics, American literature, European literature, history of the Commonwealth, history of our states, history of just our population in general is what the biography should exude out into the community. And with the privy purse and different people attaining championships and scholarships, we want to accommodate to that. So we open up the door for the Hilton, Marriott, Embassy, even Trump hotels, because you employ so many people. Your hotel chains employ so many people, and we feel like it would be great for our champions to have somewhere to go whenever. Even as you get to higher levels, like level 4 and up, we have a separate section of Mrs. Moneybag's privy purse that accommodates to those that are just getting out of school but have earned championships while in high school but went to college or went to the military. We're working on all that right now. Mrs. Moneybag will approximately, by herself without my degree, bring in approximately $1 billion a year, and that would include Cousin A's house label, Granny's house label, Pawpaw's house label, and Mr. Moneybag, which Mr. Moneybag is at the 121 West Trade Building in Charlotte, North Carolina at the moment. But I really wanted to get y'all in here so you can see it. Operate in agreement of the Achievers Report, purchasing and maintaining and upgrading the mansion at Alpine, New Jersey, La Chateau de la Roche, with a lake, country club, parlor, shopping boutiques, conference halls, jewelry vaults, underground tunnels, computer lab, gym, modernized with electronics, safe rooms, first delivery, which is a project written by Young and Dumb Entertainment, filming and movie studios in the area, murals, lavish furniture and amenities, ground security and soldiers that are stationary through the REPT system, private fighter jet fleet just to show wealth, spreadsheet budget, which is the diorama, levels 0 through 3 of the Homage Network, bowling alley, saltwater aquarium in the living room that's communal that represents so many people, multiple on-site offices, fuel pump independently for the report itself with speedway sheets, golf carts, yacht ramps with koi ponds, bass. The actual property itself has koi ponds, should have koi ponds, bass, trout, pikes, perch, brim, spot, and other various fish for fishing legally within the grounds of the mansion, designed by Chateau de la Roche and the neighborhood associated for the Homage Network, the biography, and the whole neighborhood should be managed, similar to the Biltmore. And it'll be partially public at $350 a ticket with 50,000 guests and visitors annually, including multiple bed and breakfast nooks throughout the property and expanded, and inclusive of the hotels for the Achievers Report for wealth building and wealth generation purposes from earned interest accumulation commercially, including through brands we support for living and operation by our members, owners, and advisors as a subsidiary of the Homage Network, including but not limited to paying out dividends, including to the umbrella owners and members from all commercial releases, streaming, and viewership while overseeing lower levels and following the plan of work from higher levels and the administration, including from other physical and geographical locations for 3,000 years, automatically ensuring samples for everyone regularly at each of our franchises. And this is dated February 27, 2022. And this is the biography and the start of. I hope that you all will send me projects to put in, and I hope that you take your championships and titles seriously as champions, because when you get to the higher levels of the Homage Network, it's going to matter, especially alongside those that have degrees, those that are using trades and trade skills, and as we start trying to get awards for our company ourselves. So as a portfolio, it can buy assets, purchase assets, it can release, it can fire people. It has ADP human resources being used. It is personified. Mrs. Moneybag is personified. That way, once we start expanding and getting people into administrative and board roles, it'll actually take on a life of its own. And I won't need to be there 24/7 because I have my own championships. And also in the inside, it shows where I started and the championships that I started at. And with the championship, it says I was worth anywhere from, let's see. My management team at the time was probably worth around $855,500, and over time $8,555,000, which over time is saying it'll be about $85 million, which we could already accept because I use accrual accounting. We can accept up front. And then my personal net worth at the time as a child would have put me at approximately $62 million in net worth. And my cost per hour is $111.10. And it said my net worth total would be approximately $82 million at the time. And that would have been way back in the day. This was before 2009. So they wanted to do a conversation on how much babies are worth and how much their net worths are as babies and stuff. So as a baby, I was somewhere near there with my championships and stuff. So do not just say your baby's worth zero, and don't just say they're worth this, that, and the other, and they can't prove why they're worth this, that, and the other unless their parents gave them wealth or they inherited wealth, because I'm self-made. But that's a little bit on the biography and Mrs. Moneybag and some of the stuff that's going on in the biography. Thank you for sharing the journey with me. And it's a 24/7 thing. It's not a once a week thing, this, that. Once we get it into the groove and stuff, I'm pretty sure you'll like it.